There we are. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Whatever Show. This is the not straightforward edition. I'm the birthday boy, Lawrence Winnerman,
Woo!
and I'm joined by the awesome and charming Aidan Wharton. How you doing?
I'm so good, but how are you? That's much more important this morning.
Well, as we were just discussing backstage, we're tired. I'm tired. Daylight savings time change always kind of sneaks up on me, and it doesn't matter whether we're gaining an hour or losing an hour for like the next 2 days at least. I'm sort of jet lagged or time lagged,
Yes.
or
100%.
everything just feels off. But
just a little like woozy.
Yeah, a little woozy, a little slow, a little like, do I need an afternoon nap? I think I need an afternoon nap,
Always.
But here's the thing. Here's the gift. The weather today in Fort Worth, Indiana is sunny and 70 degrees.
No.
It is like
I'm so jealous.
Breeze, and it is like somebody ordered the perfect summer day for my birthday present.
Wow.
Jelly.
I am. I think we're getting up to like 65 here, but not 70. 70 is like when
right,
you've made it.
Right. 70 is like when you have to like take off the sweatshirt or the sweater or the jacket. And you're like, it's actually really nice out today. Yeah. So I am loving that. Nothing could be a better birthday present to me than, especially after this winter, right?
Yeah. It's been a spooky little winter.
Yeah, it's been a very strange little winter. Not a fan.
No.
A month of below freezing and like 12 or 16 inches of snow on the ground perpetually. Not the coolness.
Definitely not.
I mean, believe me, 12 inches, normally I'm never going to say no, but
I would say no. That's too much.
I'm adventuresome.
As you are. That's why I love you.
My places are hard to reach.
Incredible. I would hope you get some. Yeah.
That's actually my birthday wish.
Well, speaking of birthday wishes, I think we have somebody in the waiting room who also wants to wish you some birthday things.
Hello, Dana Dubois, my lovely co-host.
Good morning. You don't think I'm going to let you go live on your birthday and not pop in and say happy
she's
birthday?
Sick. She wants to sleep in. It's the day after time change. Like, there's no way I'm seeing Dana this morning.
Yeah, all of those things are true. I'm totally sick. I rolled out of bed for you, Lawrence. Also, Aidan, it's so nice to meet you.
I know.
My gosh, I can't believe you two have never met.
I know.
Yeah, we were texting, but we haven't talked.
We haven't. This is like podcasting metamorphs.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Hi.
It is.
Lawrence,
Aidan, you already know this, but if you ever want any of the tea on me, Dana is the tea holder.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like your tea is just like open though. I feel like you have no secrets.
At this point, basically, my tea is, I decided that my operating mode for the rest of my life is like, there can be no tea because I'm going to tell you first, especially when there's a funny, ridiculous, or embarrassing story involved, because
it's the only way to do it.
I don't mind being the fool on camera.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. If I'm making people laugh, no problem.
Exactly.
I feel certain that I have some older tea that we should talk about someday, and
okay,
maybe
perfect.
maybe
I'm gonna call bullshit. I require a sample of the old tea. Like, what have you got?
Well, we don't have tea, but we do have a little surprise for you. There's a story that just went live on the Daily Whatever Show. I just put it in the chat. Excuse me. There's a few photos at the top that aren't maybe our visual tea, but Aidan and I asked a few of your friends here on Substack to say some nice things about you for your birthday, and we thought we should read some or all of these. this morning on the show.
Oh my God, you guys! I think I'm gonna cry.
My
Honestly,
goal
like,
is
this
to
is
make
so
you cry.
sweet. Are
That
you
is
kidding me?
the stated goal is to make you cry. There
Oh,
are a
okay.
lot.
Well then, mission accomplished in like minute 1.
Okay.
Yes.
So so Aidan hasn't actually seen this because we've discovered that even with the direct link, if he's not an editor in a publication, he can't see it. But if I put the link in the chat, if you just go to thedailywhatevershow.com, it's the top story called "Wish Lawrence Winnerman a Happy Birthday." I reached out to a bunch of folks. There was a very not scientific method of recency bias. So if you were not in my recent texting queue, you probably didn't get the message, but I figured everybody can weigh in the comments. So to all of those in the chat, if please leave a happy birthday comment on this message. So Lawrence, I'm hoping is going to end up with dozens, if not hundreds.
This is
of
like
happy.
the coolest. This is seriously the coolest.
Please see the photo of Lawrence with his Commodore 64 in his little
Those photos
chair.
are great.
Nerd, chubby with glasses. That kid was like, "I'm a nerd, but I want to suck dick so bad."
That's exactly what I see on that little face.
All
right.
It was hidden. It was hidden. You couldn't tell back then.
Lawrence, look at those thighs. What mountain is that?
That is Mount Rainier, my friend. That is Washington State. Oh my God! You put in that. How old were we? Like 16. That picture of me with the feathered hair and braces and the shirt open, like I'm showing off my one chest hair.
Bam.
I would guess that's sophomore or junior year. Yeah, I'm not certain.
All right, hang on. I'm going to do a thing where I share the screen. I'm assuming
that
was
good.
The desired intent, right?
It is. I didn't know if you could do that for sure or not.
Well, there's no audio, so I don't think I can fuck this up.
Oh, but I can read it while you share the screen, right? That would be perfect.
All right.
Bam. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, so here's
Precioso.
me with my Commodore 64. And you can see the encyclopedias behind me that I literally read because I was so bored and needed something to read. And then me at 16. This was I will point out I was wearing the unstructured blazer because this was literally when Miami Vice came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me in a leaner phase on Mount Rainier, like skies out, thighs out. Hi.
Truly.
You're looking good.
Yeah. And was this our senior year picture, Dana?
It has to be. The double, like that was so in vogue back then, that like normal picture and then side view photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's like sort of giving like Young Republican ad.
Oh my God, it totally
which couldn't be anything less like you, but it really is tickling me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very like
and this picture I think was and this is why he got liposuction on his chin at the age of 27.
Oh my God. I just look at it and you're so like, I'm earnest and looking to my future.
Right. I'm looking into my future in which I see Trump taking over and destroying America.
Very, very far into my future, but still my future.
Yeah. And look at cute young Dana here.
I know.
We're making house together. Like, aww.
We do. I love that photo of us so much. What's crazy is I'm not sure what house that is. Do you know?
Yeah, no, I don't remember. Was it Beth McLemore's house?
I don't know. That little curtain, like the valance thingy dangling over the window.
We were at Beth McLemore's house because I'm wearing my Bastille sweatshirt. So
yes,
that's 100% where it is.
Okay.
Good recall.
Yeah.
Very good recall. I would have never come up with that, but I haven't often had bangs and thought I looked good in bangs. That's one of the only photos where I'm like, I should cut bangs again. And then I'm like, no, Dana, they never look good.
They're good. I also love the red. The like very pronounced red is
right. That was at the beginning of her red experimentation phase. Where she
was like, no, that started in college. I mean, it's been some shade of red, but this was when I had like almost black with crayon red in it.
Yeah,
it was a good look. Maybe I should do that again next time. I'm overdue. This is like post Florida bleached out red. Anyhow, Lawrence, I'm going to read some of these on air, okay? I had intended to read them all, but there are a lot. So, well, we're going to get started and see how long it takes to make you cry. And Aidan, if you want to jump in and read some of them also you can, but I'm just going to, these are in no particular order. This is just like, as they came in, I plunked them in. And the Walter ones, when we get to them, will require explanation. Okay. Happy birthday, Lawrence. I hope it is as blessed and as beautiful as is your heart and soul. Godspeed, brother. Best regards, Qasim Rashid. In a world where we so badly need it, every smile, every laugh, every note of hope matters. Happy birthday, and thanks for being a bringer of all three. From Bree Fram. Aww. Lawrence, maybe I should say who they're from first. So you know who's saying these things. This next one is from Arturo.
Congressional candidate took time out of campaigning to write me a birthday note. Oh my God.
I know. Arturo Dominguez is the next one. Lawrence, when I first approached the idea of meeting you, I was intimidated by the big burly looking man that you are. but when I met you, you are actually one of the nicest people I've ever met. I'm happy to know you and have you as part of my community. Keep being the big cuddly person you turned out to be. We need more people in the world like you. Happy birthday. Aww. Okay, this next one is, so I have to tell you, Walter Ryan gets extra credit because he sent like a 4-part poem that he wanted dispersed throughout. So I'm going to read this first part, but I don't know if I'm going to read all of them because they're quite long. But here, I'll start it. Dear Lawrence, you astonishing hunk of sexy, eye-smiling, raw power and positive masculinity. The sun rises on your brilliance. The moon sets on your tranquility. You are the friend and protector of poets and lovers and mothers and the marginalized and the vulnerable. Fearless, courageous, unwavering, undeterred, fierce warrior of peace, sweet angel of mercy. Let us all celebrate this anniversary of your creation and lift our voices in fellowship and harmony to chant your glory. May he rise and go forth. May he gain renown. May he emerge victorious for the betterment of all. Thank you, sir, on behalf of all of those whose lives you've touched and improved and sometimes saved. Wishing you long life and everlasting glory, Walter Ryan.
The tipping point where the tears actually...
That's only part one, Lawrence.
Oh, my God.
Next one is from Julie Roginski. Happy birthday, Lawrence. One of the most wonderful things about Substack is meeting the best people, and you are definitely at the very top of the list. Have a wonderful day and an even better year. From Melissa Corrigan. Lawrence, you are a constant inspiration, and I hope your birthday brings you even half as much joy as you bring others every single day. Happy birthday, and may all your wishes come true. From Shar Sundust. Hello, my beautiful friend. My birthday wish for you is that you carry your great heart and your great mind and your resilient and brilliant spirit into a future that holds you, carries you, cherishes you, chooses you, and wants only good for you. I cherish you, my friend. I love you so much. I'm so grateful we are Earthside at the same time. From Shayla B. Pookie. Lawrence, congratulations on surviving another year in a world that now requires you to ask your phone what a Delulu situationship is. You're Gen X. You came out before there was an app for it. You did the work with just a gay bar, a leather jacket, and sheer audacity. You're not old. You're vintage like vinyl, like Levi's. You've done the work for millennials and Gen Z. You have the concert stubs and the questionable photos to prove it. Now go celebrate, eat the cake, drink the good stuff, make someone half your age feel boring by comparison. You've been doing it effortlessly for years, you magnificent warlock.
Aw.
I love that.
Can I just say, and the leather jacket. I mean, that if I could have that old leather bomber jacket back, the stories.
the stories our coach could tell. This is from Andra Watkins. Lawrence, no matter how this orb is burning, your face, your lens, and your observations always give me hope. You are an ally, a warrior, a man who understands that empathy is strength. Thank you for everything you do to build a better world. Happy birthday. May this be your best year yet. feel like these are like prayers, saying them out loud.
Honestly, they are like prayers, and as much as I want to keep hearing them, I'm deeply uncomfortable, like commanding the attention like this. I can't, you guys. I can't. Like, let's talk.
Oh my gosh! Let me at least read you the names of all of the people because I told them I would read them aloud.
Okay.
The rest of these these birthday wishes are from Mason, she, her, Matt McNeil, Dr. Amber Hall. Here's Walter again. Egberto Willis, David Schuster, Rachel at This Woman Votes, Dash from the Halfway Cafe, Carlin Betcha, Jason Odell, Zuri Stevens, Dr. Troy Ford, Kiki Walter, Frederick Pogue, Ellie Leonard, K.R. Byers, Karen Marie Shelton, Walter again, Wendy Parker, Nick Perro, Marlon Weems, Walter again, Cliff Schechter, Gray Galaxy, and me.
Oh my God.
You are so loved, Lawrence, by so many.
Mm-hmm.
Please go read. And let me hit refresh.
I don't know that there's ever been a better birthday gift, you guys. Like, honestly, I needed that. Like, I needed this. You know, sometimes I think in life you have those moments where you're like, am I making a difference in the world? Am I having an impact? You know, and so thanks.
You certainly are.
Yeah, Laura Tompkins in the comments says, that's a much loved man. It's true. All true. Please add your birthday. Whoops, if I spell birthday wrong, that's embarrassing. Wishes in the comments. Okay. And with that, I'm going to drop and let you guys do your show. I didn't want to commandeer the whole thing. I just wanted to say
a beautiful gift. Thank you so much.
Love. It was Aidan's idea.
Oh, Aidan, you sweetheart.
I try.
I like that guy.
I know, and a lot of hustling. So thanks to everybody who got back to me.
Thanks to you.
That's incredible. That's
so
incredible.
Nice to meet you, Aidan.
All right.
You too.
Feel better.
I'm going to go listen now from the audience and maybe go fall back asleep.
Yes,
I'm feeling slightly better today, finally. Bye, all.
Bye.
Hold on.
Oh my God, buddy. That was so cool. Thank you so much.
Are you kidding? Of course. I was like, how can I like show up? Because we're such new friends as well. So I was like, let me pull from the ether.
Was really cool. That was really, really cool. Thank you to everybody who contributed to that. I promise I will go read every single one of them, and I will probably cry over every single one of them. I just, as much as I like grabbing the microphone sometimes, I'm also deeply uncomfortable, like, commanding the spotlight for too long. You know, like, I'm not, you know, if this was a musical, let me speak in your language, Aidan. If this was a Broadway musical, I'm not really, you know, main character in the Broadway musical.
You think that now? You think that now?
I have a really interesting story idea that it's kind of like speculative fiction, but also kind of like the idea that somebody keeps being not main character, you know, like it's like the side person in everybody's story, but then discovers they actually are main character. So I've got like a story idea I want to write about that.
I love that.
And that's kind of my vibe, right? Like, I love really strong personalities and being like the wacky sidekick. But it's partly because I want the spotlight. I just don't want the spotlight on me constantly.
Sure. You want a break. Yeah. Which is funny because, like, as an outside perspective, becoming an inside perspective, you feel very main character energy to me.
Maybe that's like the twist in the book, right? You know, he didn't know this whole time. He didn't know that he was main character energy.
They made a musical version of Evil Dead.
Oh my God.
And it's like small scale. I used to like watch it on YouTube when I was in high school, but there's an incredible part where one of the zombies is like, oh my gosh, wait, now I have like my moment in the spotlight, and has this like whole number about being like a bit part demon.
Nice.
And then it's really great. Killed. And then they're killed.
Yeah, of course. That's very Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I don't. Have you seen Buffy?
I haven't seen Buffy. I like sort of like feel like I missed the window.
Yeah, you did.
Even when it was like having its resurgence in the 2010s, and then have not gone back yet.
Okay, but you've seen the Buffy musical episode, yes?
No.
Oh, okay. My one
Okay.
piece of advice. No shaming.
I'm adding it.
You legit missed it. But the Buffy musical episode, I can't tell you how groundbreaking that was at the time that it came out. And like it in a number of ways, right? Like no other show at that point had really done like hey, we're kind of like a show where we sort of play it straight, like this is a real show, and then suddenly burst into song. And I feel like it at least kind of contributed to the musical revival because it was so fun. And it was also great because everyone just sang. Like, even if the characters had not been hired for their singing, which they had not, because, like, there was no scope.
It wasn't musical.
They still sang, and some of them were legit not good, but it was, like, funny because they're like, oh my God, I've been cursed by a demon to sing, and I can't really sing, and Jesus, this is uncomfortable.
Oh my God, wait, that's so good.
It's so good. Like, highly recommend. You as a musical theater person will love, I promise.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And the songs are legit. Like, there's some songs from that I still sing because they're good.
Because they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Nice. That is my birthday gift to you, the Buffy musical episode.
Thank you.
And to understand it in the context of the time, which is it like freaked people out and was like hugely controversial, right? Because there were diehard fans of the show that were like, God, no, this is terrible. And then there were people like me who were like, no, you guys, they just like broke the fourth wall and the fifth wall and the 10th wall and all the walls. Like, they just did it.
Which, like, I love a show that takes big swings like that.
Yeah. Joss Whedon, it turns out, problematic and kind of rapist, misogynist asshole, but
made some good art.
Entertainment. Yeah.
Damn.
Let's talk about aging. For no particular reason, I'm thinking I'm thinking about getting older. I don't know why. 56, and which I will say from the get-go, not an age that feels correct, right? Like,
interesting.
I'm not. I mean, I am resisting aging. I'm not going to lie, but also, I remember being like 16 or 26 or 36 and being like, oh, 56. Like, I will legitimately be an old man at that point, and I do not feel that way now that I'm here. Like, I still honestly feel kind of like a 16-year-old inside in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, by the time I'm 56, I'm going to have shit figured out. Let me tell you, I do not have shit figured out.
Do we ever? I think that's what I've learned in my small years. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, being gay and getting older is a weird thing, I'd love to hear your perspective because you're in the sweet spot, right? Like, you're in that moment in your life where I feel like you are peak, not to say that you're not going to continue to grow and mature and become amazing. Yeah. Even more amazing than you already are. But like, I don't know, like, what is your perception on aging because you're like 30, 29,
30,
right at 30.
Right at 30.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I know. But again, like, I am the youngest of four, and we're all separated by 5 years. So 30, 35, 40, 44-ish. We're like 5 and 4 years. Yeah. But so my dad just turned 80, 81. My mom is about to turn 70. So I feel like my perception of age has always been a little skewed forward anyway. But when I turned 30, I was like, oh yeah, this finally feels like the beginning of, like you said, the sweet spot. And I always think being the youngest in how I observe other people, I'm always very aware of the problems that other people have and trying to figure out how I can fix them so I don't have those same problems.
Yeah.
And so one of those things, right, is always skincare
regimen from now, which
I just put on my lotions.
You already know, right? I can tell that you.
I don't do it very much. I need to more.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. But
Sweetie, let these eye bags teach you.
You know what is? We have such a small bathroom in our apartment. Like it's like the narrowest little hallway.
Ugh.
And I like to think that if I had a nicer bathroom, I would want to spend more time in it doing my nighttime routine.
Casey, goals. Hello.
I know.
We need a bigger
It's
place
like
with a bigger bathroom.
And we're both like broad shouldered and we can't walk through it
100%.
normally. We gotta twist the side.
Yeah. My ex-husband, it was like we couldn't be in the bathroom at the same time because we're both built like fucking linebackers, and it was like, bro, get out of here.
So that's why if I have bad skin, I'm gonna blame it on this bathroom.
A, it is not even remotely bad. It's fabulous. And B, get on it, kid.
Yes. Yeah, I remember listening to a podcast though. I'd say this was probably during COVID, and it was an episode of Life Kit, and they talked about how your perception of aging directly influences how quickly you age, and how cultures like Japan, in which they sort of exalt their elders and treat them with respect, and aging is not this thing to be avoided, the people live longer. And in countries that are more obsessed with youth, the life expectancy is a little bit lower. And that combined with my number one fear is hearing people say like, where did the time go? Or like, can you believe it's been 2 years can you believe it's been 6 years since COVID? And so I try really hard.
By the way, like I reference things now and I'm like, yeah, no, that was, oh my God, that was 20 years ago. You know, like
but then like that, the blessing of that, oh my God, is there's so much, that means so much happened in the middle. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to remember. So I also say that knowing that like 30 is still very young.
Yeah. And, cherish every moment, blah, blah, blah. But what's interesting is I just legit don't feel like I'm 56. Like I'm 4 years away from being 60. That sounds legitimately old. And I do not even feel remotely, not ready for that, but also not, I don't feel like that's the thing that I most want to do right now. Is I think next weekend I'm going to Chicago to get laid and also to go dancing because I really, really am missing being in a club with other hot, sweaty gay men and dancing my ass off to whatever EDM crap the DJ is, I need that so bad right now. And I'm like, I would have thought, at 56 that I might be over that feeling, but I am fully not. So,
yeah. Well, and I also think it has so much to do with our perception of age when we were younger versus how it is now.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and the gift of being gay is that we don't have the same age, like demarcations that straight people do.
Right.
And I think like, yeah, you should go fucking dance and twirl and have fun and get laid. Like that is, why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's something there. Like the thing that you just said is a particular insight of, I think in a way, because as gay men, we don't necessarily have the same sort of milestone markers in our lives as straight people do. Like get married, have the first kid, have the second kid, buy a house, put the kids through college, that kind of thing. Like all of my friends are doing that, but I personally don't have those milestones. And so I don't know if that means I feel like I never grew up or I just have the freedom to be able to choose. And it's probably some combination of both, right?
Well, and I think it depends on what your definition of grown up is.
Yeah.
If your definition of growing up is tied to like kids in a house and a thing and a pension and all of that, like, sure. But also that's not my definition of grown up. Right. I would much rather like be happy than own a house. Well, maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
That's very fair. Like, what are your beliefs about aging? Like, what does it mean to like be 60 in your head?
Yeah, no.
I know you're not, but like as you approach it.
Yeah, they've changed a lot. Again, like kind of being a product of the late 70s and the 80s, aging felt really scary, right? It felt very, very much like a thing to be avoided. And, you know, there's kind of this, it's not a joke, like the Golden Girls, right? Like kind of the classic sitcom of old ladies in Florida, right? And realizing that the women who played old retired women on that show were 55, right? Like they were my age, basically. You know, like Sophia, the, you know, little old grandmother, she was 55.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously with a wig and some makeup and whatnot, but like, yeah, I think I've always looked at aging with trepidation. My biggest aging fear has always been memory, right? Like, when I learned about kind of Alzheimer's and dementia and those age-related kind of memory, you know, brain faculty diseases, that was the most terrifying thing that I could imagine, right? Because as a kid, I was entirely in my head. Like I was, you know, like living in my head. And so losing that always felt really scary to me. And so I guess for me, being here and kind of not even really remotely feeling that, like I feel like I've got all my faculties about me. Like, do I have moments where I like can't, you know, a name doesn't flow as quickly off my tongue? Sure, but that just feels like because there's a lot of fucking names crammed up in here at this point, you know?
And because of these guys.
Right, exactly. And because, you know, I don't remember anybody's phone number anymore. Like, I used to be the dude that could tell you all my best friends' phone numbers and their best friends' phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, we don't have to do that anymore with technology. So, yeah, like, I think the way I grew up thinking about aging has obviously literally shifted as you know, as we've kind of gone through this process. And now I feel like it's sort of uncharted territory, and it can be as what, you know, like there are fucking 75-year-olds out there playing pickleball, right? Like, you know, and Palm Springs, like the gay retirement mecca, and, you know, that and Wilton Manors, like for a while there, it was literally like old gay men, right? But you go to those places now, and like they're dudes my age who are there, and they may be retired, but they're like hooting and hollering and partying it up and living life. And so, yeah, I feel like we get to choose now what it means to us.
Yeah. Were there like moments, like looking back so far, to be like, oh, this is like an age where I felt like a distinct shift into like a different chapter?
Oh, for sure. So my early mid 40s, like 43, 44, 45, like absolute daddy mode mojo. Like the and I also think that like there's sort of a shift in culture, in gay culture in that moment where like suddenly zaddies were a thing, like a super hardcore mega thing. And I mean, I remember the moment where somebody called me a bear demigod, and I was like,
incredible.
Who? What, me? But literally, like, being absolutely blown away and being like, if I could go back in time and tell that goofy kid, glasses, like, hey, yeah, you're not exactly a smoking sex symbol in high school, but my God, wait until you're 40. You will not be able to
beat him away.
Seriously, I was going to say beat him off with a stick, but like, come on, that's what I did.
Well, and again, like what a gift delayed adulthood or delayed experiences are. Like, I also think the reason I feel so excited about 30 is that like I also feel like I'm finally catching up to where I wanted to be. Like, again, like I have like no chest hair, but like in the past year, like my body has changed, my perception of like myself has changed, my professional endeavors have all changed. And there's something about that delayed sense of gratification, especially like growing up in Hawaii. Like all I saw were like ripped 6-pack bodies from the time I was 12. And I was like, one day I hope I'll get that. I thought it would be like 23. It just turned out to be 30. But
Yeah, I
You know,
mean,
like we
you're
do push
literally
these
on the
things
cusp
back.
of second puberty. Like, okay,
Right.
like here's a thing that I don't think people talk about enough. There really is a second puberty, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure for women, forgive me, women folk, I just don't know. But for men, absolute like 30, 32, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
35 at the latest is, yeah, your chest hair will come in, your back hair will come
Right.
in, like you absolutely get broader, you know, you're
Yeah.
like it is a legit thing. And so yeah, you're at that cusp right now where I feel like it's truly stepping into like adult manhood, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
ooh,
And
are
it's
you
like,
excited to be a daddy? You're so
I
on the verge.
am. I think I'll always have like boyish energy though,
Yeah, yeah,
as much as I would like to. I'm
yeah.
like,
Because Casey's like the total daddy of the two of you, right?
it's a good balance.
Mm-hmm.
It looks that way from the outside, like very distinctly, because I'm like sweet and blonder and he's like a big Italian.
Right.
But we sort of like inhabit both of those like emotional spaces pretty evenly.
Nice.
Yeah. We do a lot of like good back and forth caretaking.
Yeah.
In that way. Yeah, I even remember like, I guess this would have been 10 years ago too, like hearing a friend talk about he was about to turn 35 and he was so scared of turning 35 because the joke at that time was like, once you turn 35, you become invisible to gay men.
Right.
And I even then remember being like, that's not true.
Right.
Like we don't exist in these same like scenarios that the rest of the world does. And I think that is a gift.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, absolutely. As I was growing up, like the only persona, right, for gay men was, I mean, in culture, it was like the super flamboyant clown. But in gay culture, the only real persona was twink, right? Like it was young and blonde and you know, lean and whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's so you're right. That's not the space that we inhabit anymore as a gay culture. Like there's so much more room to be, you know, whatever age or shape or whatever. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know or have you encountered the work of Andrea Gibson at all?
Yes.
That also, their writing really changed how I perceived aging. I would say is probably the biggest influence that I forgot to mention at the beginning. They have an article or a piece about like using the old age filter. And this was after they'd been diagnosed with cancer, but before they died and coming home from chemo and talking to their wife. And their wife was like, do you want to see this picture of me old? Oh. And they did. And then their wife was like, would you like to see you? And to look at their face with wrinkles, they wrote like what a gift, because I might never see that.
Right.
And every wrinkle that I have is evidence of somebody who I loved. And like I would love to be able to look back and see a face full of wrinkles and think like that is a life full of love.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that has also been a really integral part of just also like accepting, like I'm also of the age where all of my friends are starting to get Botox or have been getting Botox for like 5 years. And it's very much, you know, got to take care of yourself and make sure that you prevent aging as much as possible. And on one hand, of course, the vain fear of mortality side of me wants to explore that. But then the like growing up in the yurt natural side of me is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah. No, I get that like really, really hard. I'm vain. Seriously, the eye bags absolutely kill me. Like they make me crazy. Like if I had the $5,000, I would so be in right now for the.
Can you do that? I mean, I assume you can do you can do under eye.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they do, but like, you know, whatever it is to like get rid of that.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I want to do that. But like these and these, I love them. Like I don't want to get rid of that. Like I don't want to get rid of my laugh lines and the way that my face crinkles. It's just the stuff. You know, I don't know. Because I feel like they just make me look tired. But
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think you look alert. So.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're
Macabre is
welcome.
saying, it reminds me I need more moisturizer for under my eyes. Friend, let me tell you, under eye moisturizer, it's a thing. A nice vitamin C serum.
What did I just start using? A chemical exfoliant?
Yes. Yeah.
Because there's so many things that like part of me is just like, are some of these a scam?
I mean, yeah, probably, right? But there are some like legit weird, fascinating, like, so I've gotten on this kick lately, like looking into peptides, because suddenly peptides are everywhere, right?
Wait, yeah. What are they? I've seen them all over, and I'm like, they feel like a very RFK Jr. type of thing.
Right. Well, I mean, like it should feel that way because they cross this massive sort of boundary, right? They're like semaglutide and tirzepatide, like the weight loss drugs, are peptides, right? There are peptides that have been FDA approved and like studied in, stage 3 clinical trials, and they're legit. And then there are peptides that are like, there's one a copper one, AHK-CU, the copper peptide, that's supposed to be great for your skin, and people are injecting it now. But it's like, hey, bro, we've only ever put that topically on our skin. No one has ever injected that into their body.
Right.
Like, we don't know how it works for that. So, like, they're definitely like looks maxing weird wings of the peptide community that are like, I'm gonna take this stomach acid peptide and inject it into my body, and it's like, no one's really studied that yet, so good luck.
You're our guinea pig.
Right. Have fun.
There's just so many things. And I think that's just like, the proliferation of opinions on the internet too. So like, there's just so much out there.
Yeah. Like all the things. Okay, what are we going to talk about? I feel like aging, we've kind of squeezed the juice out of that one. I don't know what else.
We have, but I sort of want to know, like, I don't know. I want to know, like, people in the chat's perception of aging, or like lessons they've learned.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I just think, like, who just was talking about they're turning 73 this month. Gloria, hi Gloria. And all I want to do is have fun. My 10-year-old grandson is teaching me the fundamentals of basketball, and on my birthday, I will be having I assume ball is the finishing of that. But like, again, I think it goes back to these like rules that we have about age that we create when we are young and then make no sense when we're old.
Right.
Like, again, 30, I thought my life would be totally different. And yet I also never thought I would be married at 30. Like, that to me felt way too young.
Yeah. Yeah. And like anyone who's read your stuff, anyone who knows you knows that like Casey's your dude, right? Like that is absolutely the thing, you guys being together and being married, absolutely 100% your guy.
Right.
And so, yeah, what does it feel like to have to re-examine a major belief like that?
Yeah. I mean, especially when I look back and like, I met him at 22, which is crazy. I was a baby. I was a very wise 22-year-old, but I also think that I was. But again, that's growing up with older siblings, that's dating older. Like, I just was sort of a sponge for information. And like, also like factors into like the openness thing is like, I feel like a lot of people, if they're like, oh, I met this person at 22, there's all the like one dick for the rest of my life, or like, what am I going to, like, all those cold feet things that I'm grateful that I didn't have to worry about, because I'm like, choosing to spend my life with someone does not mean negating every other experience that I could have had otherwise.
Right.
Which I think we both approach the perspective of like, life is so precious and we both want to experience the fullest life that we can together. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great point, because I think about, the beliefs I had, when I was, 16, 17, 18, I mean, into my 20s, I absolutely was like, I'm waiting for my soulmate, I had years of being celibate in my 20s right after I came out, because I was like, I'm waiting for the right guy.
Sure.
And, absolutely, like, I had so Disney-fied my expectations that I was like, well, I'm going to meet the right guy and we're going to get married, even if it's not legal, and we're probably going to adopt kids and we're going to, and it was very playing into sort of the heteronormative perceptions of how a well-spent life should be.
Right.
And it took years to unpack that and sort of deconstruct it and get to a place where I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? For me, maybe marriage isn't the thing. Like, I'd love a partner, but I don't know, having been married twice now, I don't know that I need to do it again. And, I would not have natively said that an open relationship was the thing that is for me. Like, that's definitely not what I thought when I was younger. But now, having a lot of experience, I'm like, yeah, I actually think that's probably the only way that I could exist in a relationship and feel really fulfilled and contented, because I want to live the fullest life that I can. And I know the feeling of loving someone so much that you're like, I want you to go have as many experiences as you can possibly have as well, because I love you and I want that, and I want to hear about it.
Yeah. It's like bringing that joy to other people.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I'm doing this like creators in residency series with the Gays of National Parks with another creator who is like very pro monogamy. But so we're gonna like sit down together. He's also in New York, and really like explore the nuances between relationship structures and try to model how we can start to have these conversations in a way that isn't so aggressive and heated, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yelling
at each other. Look at that. Well, and the funny thing is, I thought that I was going to like get much more flack because Casey and I received a bunch of flack so far. But then as we were talking, he's like, dude, I get so much hate from anyone in an open relationship calling me, insecure and not like comfortable enough with myself and jealous. And I was like, all right, we are feisty on all sides.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. The gays taking exception to something and being very vocal about it.
What? Crazy. Okay, wait. I want to ask you the birthday questions. This is the questions that my friends and I always ask. What is one thing that you want to leave behind in 55?
Involuntary celibacy.
Sure.
Yep. I'm just
okay.
Very, like we said at the beginning, no secrets anymore. All the tea is right there out in the open. Yeah, I need to get laid. In case, for those not paying attention.
Okay, well then this one is sort of like coughing. Damn. What is something you would like more of in 56, or to bring into? Well, you just said it.
Yeah, I mean, I did, yes, but I think like a joie de vivre, right? Like I have in my life had protracted periods where I felt like, oh, I'm alive, I'm excited about things, I'm contented with what I have, but also kind of reaching for more and feeling like that's possible. I want that feeling again, right? That like I am fully alive feeling. I know that it's possible, and I know that partly I'm not feeling it because we're living in, precarious political times, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, like I partly just feel like there's a bunch of stuff I'm letting go of, professionally and, and financially and just across the board. I feel like this is a big transition. So, I'm looking to get Stella needs to get her groove back.
Well, then to tie into that, what is one novel experience you want to have this year that you've never done before?
Okay, well, I've got two answers because one of them is not novel per se.
Okay.
But, so I'm like I love EDM music. One of my all-time favorite is Above and Beyond. Like I don't know why. Like I know their lyricism isn't particularly profound, but like their music and the energy behind their like it just really speaks to me. It's very like I could literally listen to anything that they have ever done, and it puts me in a place. So they're touring this year.
We had fun.
And I am either going to go see their show in Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm going to go see their show at the Gorge in Washington State. And 2
Okay.
years ago, I went to their show at the Gorge in Washington State, and it's like a 3-day weekend, and you camp out, and there may or may not be chemicals involved, and
Obviously.
You basically just rave your ass off for the entire weekend. I really, really, really want to do. I love them so much. I'm going to go see them somehow, by hook or by crook.
I love that.
So that's an experience I want to have this year. Not necessarily new. Here's another one. Here's a new experience. You'll appreciate this. I have never been to New York City. I am 56 years old,
Lawrence,
and I have never been to New York City. And there's somebody I know who has a podcast, but he only does in-person interviews.
I sure do.
He's too good to do video interviews.
Right here.
And I'm coming to New York City, and I've got friends there, obviously, but many people who have been like, "Come to New York, I'll show you around." So I'm coming to New York, and
oh my God,
have a gale time,
yes,
and we're going to do your podcast.
Yes, wow, that couldn't have been a better answer. Of course. Are you kidding? The chair is waiting for you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. Never been to New York. Okay. Those are two great things.
I've been to JFK. I've changed planes in JFK 100 times, but I've never actually been into the city.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be so good. Yeah. We'll go out. We'll go to the Eagle.
Oh my God. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I seriously, I can't tell you how much I just need to be in a space of gay men. And I have, friends of mine, particularly BIPOC people, who've been like, no, sometimes I just need to be around black people.
Yeah.
Right? No offense to you, my white friend, but sometimes I just need to be around other black people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no offense to you, my straight friends, but sometimes I just need to be in a room full of gay men.
Yeah.
And I cannot explain to you what that feeling is like when you don't have it after having it.
And especially too, there is something that even ties into our conversation about aging, about the Eagle, is I have been going there more recently, and it feels like the place that as you become older in New York, that's where you end up going. And part of the appeal is that there aren't a bunch of 21-year-olds.
Right.
It's oh, this is a place, even you just walk in, it feels like a different time. It feels like a different energy, a different culture. And it, to me, is the closest you can get to a P-Town Fire Island while still being in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to come.
Place I haven't been, P-Town.
Oh my God. Lawrence.
I know. I should time it so that I'm basically going to New York and then going to P-Town
Bear Week, which I'm pretty sure is the week after July 4th.
All right. There you go.
I'm looking it up now. Bear Week, P-Town.
Yeah.
Mid-July. Yeah, the second full week of July.
Okay. I mean,
there's also Spooky Bear if you want a cooler event, which is the Halloween weekend.
Yeah. I'm vibing more a July,
okay,
full
great.
on Bear Week kind of thing. I've done other bear events, obviously, and have had a great time. There's really kind of nothing like it. I mean, if you're a bear, there's really nothing like, being the featured model in that particular event. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to come to New York,
great.
And then we're all going to head to P-Town for Bear Week.
Oh, it's the best. It's so nice. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last question.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is what is one word or intention you want to set for this coming year?
Abundance. It applies to all the things.
It really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel that. I mean, I know obviously the world is falling apart. And I do feel though that there is among the people who want it, a real sense of connection and flourishing that will only grow into something beautiful.
I absolutely agree with you. I think that is the thing that is going to save us, and it is
Yeah.
also like the countercurrent to the falling apart that is happening right
Mm-hmm.
now. Like, I have this weird thought that I don't know that I've ever completely said it out loud, but so Dana and I talk a lot about how Gen X, or at least like a piece of Gen X, the piece that we both feel like we're in, is like late bloomers. Like I
Mm-hmm.
very much feel like in my 40s and on through now, have only really kind of stepped into my power. And I also feel like maybe I'm the kind of person that actually flourishes when, like, maybe I'm a little Heyoka, like in the shamanic tradition and Native American tradition. Heyoka is the trickster. Heyoka is the countercurrent, right? Heyoka
Right.
is the piece that flourishes in the chaos, right? And I'm kind of like, well, maybe that's me. Like maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe my vibe is when other things are falling apart is when I gather to me, and part of that is community. And like I have had this vision for a while now. Like I'm so not Jewish for being Jewish. Like
Sure.
like I'm not even a like Hanukkah and Passover kind of Jew.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of yeah, I don't know. Give me a good falafel and some
Yum.
hummus and some good Yiddish words, and that's all I particularly, a nice pastrami sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, but so there's this image I have. So the shofar is a ram's horn, right? Like that
Okay.
is used in Jewish tradition to like kind of call the tribe, to call the people
Yeah.
together. And I just kind of have this image. If Shar is still here, this will sound familiar. Like I have for a long time had this image of me blowing a shofar on the top of a hill and just kind of like gathering my tribe to me. And like, not that I want to be some kind of cult leader or something, but just the idea of like chosen family,
Yeah.
finding your people, find the people that you vibe with. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all going to kind of need that
I
as
agree.
things continue to fall apart. Like I'm not even looking at the markets today, but I know overnight, like foreign markets are crashing, like absolutely crashing. Like I think things are happening that are
Yeah. Markets are crashing. Gas prices are about to skyrocket.
right.
Is what I read.
Yep.
Woo! I want to spend more money on things.
Right. Yeah. Seriously. But I mean, there is a part of me that's like, oh, I'm about to declare bankruptcy because my career, my 25-year career, kind of went up in smoke thanks in part to AI and ageism in tech. Okay. I
Yeah.
guess that's about to not matter for anybody. So
I mean, like the level of societal collapse that I can't not see happening is crazy.
right.
And I just have to hope, like I see like these two paths. I can't remember if I've said this on here or not. Like I feel like we're gonna get to the point where everything we see on our phones we doubt. And so the only things that will have premium are things that we can prove are real.
Right. Which is
And then
going
we
to
will
be
have to go back.
in-person authentic connection, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to need to see you in person saying a thing to really believe, and yeah, so I totally agree with you. I think that like verifiable truth is almost the new currency, right?
Yeah. Ooh, that's the short story I want you to write.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could like, I've had that, if someone could figure out how to like watermark an image or a video in such a way that could prove like, no, this is the original and it has not been altered in any way, like that would be so valuable right now because we need it. And,
I mean, that's why I put the little like Gay Buffet is entirely human, AI free thing, because I'm like, I have so many doubts about people on Substack when I read their work. I'm like, are you emulating AI or is this just AI? So I was like, I'm going to put that front and center for everything just so it's clear.
Yeah. No, I totally. And I wonder if I should do the same thing, right? Because I've been a writer for a really long time now, and there are certain like writing tropes that are very much just my style. Like, I love the M dash. I've always loved the M dash. And, and like in the last 2 years when people have been like, M dashes are indications of AI writing, I'm like, unless you know how to write and you use them properly.
That. For me, it's it's not bad writing. It's experimental grammar. Like those contrasts.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. So yeah, I think you should. I think like it's AI is going to get so good that we're not going to be able to see it anyway. And so just having the little like stamp, just it lets people know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We're at the top of the hour, my friend, and I am so grateful to you for being here and being my co-host on these Mondays, because you are fucking fabulous to talk to every week.
As are you.
And thank you for the birthday gift. Like, that
of course.
was seriously so cool.
I didn't write one because I wanted to say one on the air as our little like closeout.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know we've only known each other like recently, but already just the level of care and love. You've already made me cry in our very first conversation. And I think the hope that you have, like you said at the beginning of the hour, to influence people, and I think you lead with such care and such love, and it is so well appreciated, as shown by all of the people who, with 24, 48 hours worth of notice, were like, I'm going to drop everything and write this because Lawrence is an incredible man who deserves to be celebrated and uplifted and loved. So happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you. And we're going to have so many fucking good conversations in
we are
months to come. And I'm going to come to New York and we're going to have a
blast. I can't wait.
Yes. Thank you everyone for the amazing birthday wishes. This was such a treat. I took today off of work. Which felt very decadent, but I was like, I'm still 100% doing the show, because this is not work to me. This is, like connection and love and caring and showing up for community. So I'm grateful to everyone for being here. Tomorrow, Dana and I will be back, and I haven't the foggiest idea who our guest is. I'm sorry. But it's always a treat because Dana does an amazing job of getting people booked for the show. Let's just say that straight up. She's fucking incredible when it comes to like reaching out and finding like the perfect people to appear on our show. So thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, Aidan Wharton.
Of course.
I love all of you. Have a great one.
Love you all. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Love you, Mina. Bye.
Bye.